in March and February, we didn't know how bad this was going to be.
Right.
We were preparing for like something much, much worse. We expected this to be much, much deadlier than we thought. Turns out it's not as deadly, but is extremely contagious.
Right.
And I'm willing to bet that you guys aren't, you don't have any underlying health conditions that would make your immune system extremely weak and open yourself up to other viruses.
Nope.
So chances are everyone here in this call is probably not going to die or really even get sick of this.
Nah.
Yeah.
I've been taking the safe precautions, and we do.
Chances are everyone here in this call is probably not going to die or really even get. All right, we're live. Let's get into it.
There we go. Sorry about that. I had to load it on here. There we go. Okay, so yes, we are live. Yes, indeed. So, what's up, guys? It's IronRaze Gamer. We got Iron Wolverine, and we got Walker Dead.
So yeah, we've been talking for a hot minute, and we're finally doing the stream now. Sorry for the delay, because we had some issues behind the scenes and timing and everything. But I finally made one of those. Okay, wonderful.
3 tries.
Well, yeah. Jake, welcome to the stream, buddy. How's it going?
Everything's going
good. We got a few articles for today. The big flood in Midland made national news. Like CNN, Fox, CBS, everyone's covering it right now. Crazy. And they can't pronounce Titabawasi right because they're not from around here. Let's see. Viktor Orban, the Prime Minister of Hungary, had a Greater Hungary map. Jake, I know you know what that is, but he had a Greater Hungary map in his office, and Croatia and Romania have both responded to it. We're going to go into that in a little bit. That's going to be fun. The Balkans are a mess once again, and we haven't had an issue in the Balkans in about a decade or so it's about time. And yeah, we're going to check Twitter, and we're going to see how everything's doing in the world. So, how's it going, everyone?
How you guys all doing? Subscribe to Walker Dead and Iron Wolverine. Links will be in the description for everything.
Yeah, go check us all out. So, first topic of discussion for the evening. Michigan flood called a 500-year event that displaced thousands after a dam failed, revealed in satellite photos. So, pretty much, you know, the Sanford Dam, that I don't think it completely fell apart, but it's certainly not stopping anything. Like, it's like, I got a picture of it here. I'm going to share that to the Discord. Let me just drop it in here
too.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's not it.
I think they said the second dam. It was over the second dam, but it didn't break. But they said if it does end up breaking, that it could rise the levels. Obviously, I don't see that happening now though, because it's dying down. So
yeah, I heard about that. That if it breaks, like one scratch, and if it breaks, it could be a problem. So
could make it go higher.
Yeah,
but at this point, it's not going to hurt us that much now because you know it's already gone down so much. So.
Walker Dead, do you live around where we live? Or are you somewhere else?
I live in NJ.
Okay. I just dropped the picture of it in the Discord for you guys to look at. Sorry, chat, you guys probably can't see it, but I'll drop it. Actually, if you guys want to see it, I'm gonna drop it in my Discord. So there's another reason that you can go and check out my Discord.
What's up, Nolan? Welcome to the stream.
Check it out.
What's up, David? What's up, Kingslayer? How you guys all doing? What game are you going to play after this? I'm playing Dying Light later, though. It's not going to be next. It's going to be later. That's what game I'm playing.
Yeah.
But basically, where I parked my car a week ago is completely underwater. Like, I would say at least 8 or 9 feet on a more liberal estimate there. But that was just, like, I haven't been down to downtown in a little bit because I simply don't have a reason to go down there, and that and like it's
good.
packed. Like people are all down there looking at it. And news reporters I've heard are down there. Like the national news people are down there.
Sure.
Like Fox News is down there, CNN, CBS, everyone.
CNN, Fox, down there. News 12, News
ABC.
Like
this is a good one right here.
Give me on
Fox News.
If like Johnny, I know you know exactly what this looks like, but what I'm seeing here is like if you were to tell me a year ago that's Midland right now, I would not believe you because like look at that, like that entire area. That's it's a normal river. That looks like a marsh or like a bog or something like that.
Yeah,
that doesn't look like a quarter mile from downtown.
Right.
Like there's a park and a skate park and picnic tables and little pavilions there and a playground which is underwater. So that's
my dad got interviewed by the news. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I haven't seen it though.
Wait, whose dad got interviewed by the news?
John Weaver.
Oh really?
His dad, yeah. Oh, that dude? His dad, yeah.
Yeah, Devin, he lives nowhere near the flood. Han's offering $500 for Renat? What? For what reason? Why is Hans giving Renat money? They both have plenty of money. I know this. So I'm kind of okay. But that's fine. But basically...
I mean, if he has like $500, then why is he...
That's the thing.
Giving more money?
Oof. I don't know. I know they're well off, so they don't know.
Wait, I'm trying to understand what he's Credible Batman. What you're saying on the first message you said? You said we have 1 hour to go to the high school or the elementary will explode. What? What the heck are you talking about?
I have no idea.
Explode? What do you mean explode?
Okay, is Devin like off the goop or something? Is he on something?
Must be.
Devin, are you on
who have 1 hour? Devin, I don't know if he's like is Devin having a stroke or making a bomb threat? Because I can't tell at this point.
I have no idea.
Like, I genuinely am concerned. Devin, how much acid have you taken? And please, go to the hospital, please. I just watched. Okay, that is wonderful that you just watched a movie, Devin, but we're still trying to figure out whether you just made a bomb threat or not. We can't figure out what the hell you're saying.
Yeah, Devin.
This is water. This is not
high on something.
This is
medical help immediately, please.
This is water. This has nothing to do with explosives.
Okay. Correction from my previous comment. Renat is offering $500 for a Steve Harvey cake. Please. I will chip in some money. Find me a Steve Harvey cake. I'm having this at my graduation party when that happens. I'm getting a Steve Harvey cake.
I don't have money for that cake.
Someone find this.
Let's hope that you'll be able to have one.
This is the new challenge for this podcast. Find a Steve Harvey cake.
Bobby and Grubble Batman Justice can find one.
If anyone could do it, this is bomb threatened guy here. I know he can do it.
Where someone put a bomb in the school? What are you talking about? I never heard about that.
Okay, did someone make a
2014?
Wait, did someone make a bomb threat or something at what school exactly? And who's doing this exactly? Because Devin, I know you're not the one to make a bomb threat. So, who are you in fact talking about? Did someone make a threat to a school in the area? I haven't heard of this.
Yeah, neither have I.
I heard back in 2014 that Plainfield High School in Plainfield, New Jersey, got a bomb threat. Like they got a bomb threat from the school, and then out of nowhere, these 5 dudes in masks and shit. They had shotguns and pistols. They came into the school and they threatened to kill like almost everybody in that school, and then the police came. But from what I heard, that was like from back in the day. That school got bomb threat, and mad people just came out of nowhere with AK-47s and pistols, and they took some of the staff hostage. It was like a really crazy situation. And I'm like, well, this is crazy.
Yeah. This was in New Jersey?
Yeah, it was in Plainfield, New Jersey. I was reading it on the internet.
It's in Die Hard. It's in Die Hard 3.
Guys, we found the Steve Harvey cake.
It's in Die Hard 3. There was a bomb in a school and a training store. Oh, well, you got to be Pacific on where it's coming from.
Oh, he's talking about a movie. Okay, Devin, you had me worried there for a minute. All right, don't scare me like that.
Oh yeah, threaten the schools that are closed down and empty.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Threaten the rat that lives in there? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? Threaten the kid's art project that he left behind in the school? Yeah, let's go stab a painting or some shit. Like, come on, that's stupid. Like,
yeah, let's go play Painting Wars in GTA.
Yeah. Context is for the week. Thank you.
Threaten ghosts.
Yeah.
But if you guys check the Discord real quick, the Steve Harvey cake has been located. And let me just say, it's art. Like, what? This right here is God's gift to Earth. Like,
oh my God.
The Notre Dame, St. Peter's Basilica, every major construction of humankind pales in comparison to the Steve Harvey cake.
All hail Steve Harvey.
Oh, yeah, hail Steve Harvey, honestly.
Yes, for sure.
Make him the new Emperor of America. I am completely down with that.
Thank you, Steve Hardy.
Rest all the theater kids. I completely agree. But pretty much what's going on with the whole Midland situation is that a lot of people have lost their homes. It's extremely unfortunate. But I've heard that the Army Corps of Engineers might go in there to help rebuild some places. And what they need to do right now is fix the Sanford Dam.
For sure.
That is, what they need to do is to fix that and to make that, because people knew that was going to fail pretty soon.
Yeah.
Like, that was made, like, I think back in the 50s. Like, yeah, it's a strong dam, but at the end of the day, it's from the 50s. That's old infrastructure.
Yeah, like, that's, like, millennia ago, like, the 1500s. Like, wow. Like, imagine.
Oh, I'm reading here in the article, it was built in 1924.
Holy frick.
I don't, is this the right band? Revoked license. Oh no, this is the Edenville Dam, the other one that broke. And not coming spillway. The year the state rated the dam built in 1924. So the first one that broke, the Edenville Dam that broke, was built in 1924. No reason it broke. It's older than anyone that's alive in this city. This thing, no wonder it's a grandpa dam. This thing fell apart so quick, of course. Because it was built when, like, Hitler was still alive when they built this thing. Like, Stalin was still kicking around. I mean, like, the Soviet Union was just a thing when they built this thing. Like, shit, it broke.
Of course it broke. It's like 1,500 years.
Yeah, and
years old.
Apparently the guy
and you're surprised.
Apparently the guy that was supposed to keep maintenance of it didn't decide to do anything with it, so he left it.
Yeah, I heard he lost his license because they weren't doing a good enough job. So instead of having a guy do a bad job on it, let's just get rid of the guy and have no one take care of it. That's an even better idea. Yeah, it was built after World War I.
Well, like, apparently he wasn't going to.
We had just barely figured out how to operate tanks at that point.
Well, no, that's the reason.
Of course, that thing is going to fall apart.
No, that's the reason why they took his license away, because he did not make it stronger. He did not try to keep it up and everything like that. He just let it rot. That's why they removed his license. It's because he didn't do anything.
I hate this picture with a passion right here. I did not. Okay, I don't like that Ottoman propaganda. Get that shit out of here. We do not support the Ottoman Empire here. We are Byzantine boys, all right? Hashtag Team Eastern Roman Empire. We're all the way with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the city of Midland, like, we have a lot of good things here. Like, there's rarely ever an issue in this city. But when there is, it's freaking massive. Like, we don't have a lot of crime. We just have dams that fall apart. Okay.
Well, it's not really the Midland's
That's probably
fault.
why that guy got his license in the first place. Because if you're not going to do your job, or if you're not going to
I blame the guy that was.
Then you know what? We're going to pull your license away, and on top of that, we're going to fire you.
Right. Yeah. No. I blame the guy that was supposed to keep the dam up to begin with. I don't blame Midland City. It has nothing to do with them. It has to do with the guy that was supposed to keep it good. It's his fault.
Yeah, he was supposed to keep it good, and he didn't do his job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty much. Screwed us over.
Because of it, he got his license pulled. So
good.
And I see you in the Discord dropping this shit. I like it too. But okay. Yeah, Midland needs a Noah's Ark at this point. And no, Devin, you are not Caesar. All right, you're not Caesar. You haven't conquered France. Haven't conquered parts of Germany.
Right.
Not yet, at least. Shit, this dude might be Caesar. You never know.
Yeah, we do need to hire somebody else.
They definitely did need to hire someone else. And especially now that I'm fairly certain a few people have died because of this. I'm not certain, but I do believe, it'd be hard to believe that no one has died from them. Right. But I know that a lot of people have lost a lot of, at least, I would say upwards of, $50 million, maybe, I'm guessing here,
right,
in damages. Sure. No casualties yet. Okay, that is actually wonderful to hear. There's no one that's died.
That's good.
We're saying that Hans was made an admin of the stream. Yes, I believe Hans is an admin or is a mod in my channel, but I don't know if he is over here. I don't think he is.
Yeah, it's another thing. How many people have to die all because you're not doing what you're told? Because you refuse to fix this dam, all because you refuse to do your job, which is fixing that dam. I'm just thinking back to how many people has to die all because you're choosing not to do your job.
Right.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I'm seeing here in the chat that from Jake that no one has died yet. That is actually a miracle.
That's good.
The fact that no one has died yet from this that we're aware of is nothing short of a miracle.
Because people took it seriously and they jumped on it as soon as
people evacuated. Fortunately, everything else worked. The evacuation orders from the city. People were able to have early warning and were able to get out in time. So
that's good.
Fortunately, people were saved, pets were saved, important things are saved, but things like houses.
Yeah, my sister had to evacuate.
Sanford. Yeah, because your sister doesn't live too far away from the river, I don't think.
Her house is fine, though, from what I'm hearing.
They live a few miles out. I mean, they may have been. Did your sister's place get flooded?
From a picture that I got, because apparently her neighbors they refused to leave. Apparently, they decided to stay at it. Apparently, she said, or from the picture, her house looked fine. So...
Okay, so
it looks like
she got lucky, but I know your sister doesn't live too far from the river. But
no,
honestly, probably moving would have probably been the best idea. And they did. Not a smart move from the neighbors, but I understand why.
Yeah, they probably took a chance and said, well, because one map says that their house was going to be underwater. The other map said, nope, you're just out of the clear. Or you're just out of the...
fortunately, your sister's house didn't get taken out. But I'm seeing from Devin in the chat here that his dad's house got taken out by the flood. But he apparently says he lives by the river. So that is not surprising. Still sad and definitely not a good thing. But
that sucks.
I mean, that's unfortunately when you live by a river.
You got to take that chance.
The water level could rise up. If you're living right next to a river, the water level could rise up.
Yeah, I would never live next to a river. I'm just saying that personally.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the appeal of it. Riverside property is it's a big commodity, but there's always risks and stuff like that, and
that's
especially when you have a lot of rain coming down very, very quickly like we did. We got unless 5 inches of rain. we got a lot of rain very quickly in like a 2-day span. And I think let me check the radar for the next few days.
I think living by a river is a dangerous. Yeah, that's why I'm never gonna live next to one.
Yeah,
it could be. Yeah, it's really dangerous.
My house is at least a mile or so away from it, so it's not like and would have to get like over 80 feet of water in order for our house to be reached. So
yeah. Fortunately, me and some of my closer friends, we live on like a sandbar. Right. Like where we live, it's really, really sandy.
Sure.
And we're on a higher up elevation. So like even in that, many of you guys who live in the Midland area know about the flood of 1986. It was a lot like this. Like it was a lot like this, except we had lesser technology. A lot of people had the same situations, places flood, but my house where I live now did not get flooded. So that's one of the main reasons my parents chose the house I live in, is because it didn't get flooded in that situation. So that's why I live where I do. But I'm checking the radar.
In the desert? That's crazy. I wouldn't want to live in no desert. That's
no, living in the desert. That's also a stupid idea because many people like this interesting little thing. It's this incredible thing people like. It's called water. Now, I don't know if you know this, but people need this to live. So, in living in the desert, there's not a lot of it. By definition, a desert means that you don't have a lot of water, and you might want some of that. So, unless you want to live in the desert and you don't like water, which is up to you, then have fun.
I think Michigan is
honestly, yeah, Midland doesn't need our great.
Michigan in general, I think, is a good spot to live personally.
Like if you live out in the desert, then
every area has their issue.
I'll live in Turkey.
Why would you ever want to live in Turkey, though? The day I am ruled by Erdogan is the day that I shoot myself in the head. I will never move to Turkey or even live there or even want to give any money to the nation of Turkey right now. Not the way the current regime is going, and I have a big problem with the Ottomans as well. So I'm not going to go into no other half of my comment. All right. Yeah, that's fair.
Well, yes.
But yeah, I am never moving to Turkey.
You said either live in desert like my grandma or in a mountainous region like Rennet. Well, I don't know where Rennet lives. So.
I mean, there's other places.
I know that we're not in Hans living. I think they're in London at the moment. So I think they're fine.
Oh, well, I'm not going to move there. I want my freedom. Thank you very much.
No, I would. No, not the way the UK is right now. I'm not. I mean, I personally wouldn't want to live outside of the protections of the U.S. Constitution, but
Florida has
that's
hurricanes.
Just me personally. So, I mean.
Florida does have hurricanes. Florida's not a good spot either. That's the spot.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Alaska. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Alaska, but
I heard. Cool. Alaska.
Well, yeah, but Alaska's I don't want to have seasonal depression like all the time.
Alaska is not a bad option. There might be a few downfalls, but I'm not ruling it out for sure. But I definitely wouldn't want to live in New York, Florida, Texas, any of those kind of places. I wouldn't want to live any of those.
Yeah, you definitely don't. And then another thing too is you don't want to live in Paris either, because in Paris and Mexico, it's a completely different story from what I was told.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to move to Mexico because. From what I've seen from Mexico, the government is not the most stable. Now, Mexico is, I don't really have a huge issue with Mexico, but it's just the government is extremely ineffective. Move to Russia, Aaron. Honestly,
yeah, I mean, their government.
If I were to move to any other country, Russia would be on my top 10.
Like the Mexican government, I heard is really corrupted. That's why.
Oh, it's extremely corrupt.
Why it's so unreliable.
Yeah, and here's the thing: it's not the government I'm worried about; it's the cartels. Like
that's 10 times worse.
The cartels run everything down there. Like I think the U.S. has more of a reason to invade Mexico than it does the Middle East. Like because I believe Mexico to be a failed state, the same way Libya was a few. No, I'm not even joking here. I genuinely The U.S. should annex Mexico. Absolutely not. That is, you know how long that would take to integrate an entire country into America, to integrate them into an American culture.
Right.
Do you know how
that would take forever?
Like when the U.S. conquered in the Mexican-American War, this was in the 1800s. The U.S. took Texas and all the southwestern states, California, New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, those states. We took them from Mexico after that war. They are still not. There's still a very, very large Mexican influence down there. Why? Because it was part of Mexico, and they haven't. I mean, yeah, they've assimilated into the country, and especially Texas, but still, they're not. Arizona, New Mexico, and California, especially Arizona and New Mexico, still have massive influences, more than, say, Michigan or Minnesota or Wisconsin.
Right.
Mexican culture is only different than the United States culture. Yeah, exactly, because it makes sense, because it was part of Mexico. So no wonder it has Mexican influences, because a lot of people that live there were from Mexico or have family that maybe even still live in Mexico. Because chances are, it's not, with many cases, it's not that people moved here from Mexico to America. They didn't cross the border crossed them. We expanded our borders, and they just happened to be caught in it, and they decided to stay. And that's the way it's been. I mean, that's the way it's been with a lot of people, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And on top of that, you got Donald Trump saying, like, oh, we're going to be building a wall of Mexico. And I'm like, okay, if you're going to build the wall of Mexico, like, if you're going to build a wall and call it the wall of Mexico, and if you keep saying on the news, like, oh, we're going to build a wall, then why haven't you built the wall yet? It makes no kind of sense.
Well, yeah.
I think they have been building the wall.
Yes.
Money, contract.
Yes, he's built he has
go through in order to do it.
He has built like 163 miles of the wall so far. That's what I get.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, in 2016,
that is a lot.
When I heard that Donald Trump was going to build a wall along the Mexican border, I thought he was insane. I thought he was
doing it.
I was thinking, how the hell are you going to build a wall stretching across one of the largest borders in the world between two countries?
Mm-hmm.
How is that even possible? Like, you know how long, how much materials, how many men you're going to need to get to build that? You know how just the logistics behind it alone is, for a country this size that has so many issues, how is it possible for for us to be able to build a wall of that size, and yet he's doing it? And then I heard one of his rallies saying he wants to make it transparent. I'm like, okay, Trump's on crack. I thought he was like out of his mind, and then then the Madland makes it transparent. And honestly, I was thinking it was making out of glass or something like that. No. I'm like, okay, how the hell is that going to work? And then he makes it like steel bars, like they have in like prisons.
Right.
And somehow, I don't know how he's done it, but the Mad Lad's doing it.
He's getting it done bit by bit. He says by the end of the year. He says by the end of the year it'll be like. He says by the end of the year it'll be like 400 miles or something like that. 460 miles.
400 miles. That's not bad.
No, that's
I mean,
how long is he with?
I think he just recently started within the last year. I think. Because he had
cost a lot of money.
Well, it's because that's why he took so long to get on it, is because it's so much money to do so many miles of the wall, and so that's why it's kind of taking a bit. Yeah. But I mean, if he does bit by bit though,
the U.S.-Mexican border is 1,954 miles long.
Yeah,
that's almost 2,000 miles of wall that needs to be built. But I understand some parts, as he said, are blocked off by natural barriers.
Right.
And okay, that makes sense. So let's say
I did the math on
generously like 500 miles of border that doesn't need a wall.
I did the math on it.
It's still 1,500 miles of wall that needs to be built.
Right. No, I did the
math on wall on the other side of Mexico too. Great idea. Without worrying as high power and weed. Absolutely. Watch 60 days in. Watch 60 days in Aaron. What? I don't know about that.
60 days.
That's a show apparently. No, but I kind of did the.
Actually, I would love to visit Bavaria. Honestly, I've heard it's a nice little place. I mean, you need to check it out one of these days.
No, I did the multiplication. Wait, hold on.
Protect imperial measurements. Yes, exactly. Because we use miles. We don't use any of those communist French measurements over here. I
did the multiplications on him. Being able to do the whole thing. If he gets reelected and if he does 400 miles each year for his last 4 years, he'll be able to finish it, the entire thing.
Yeah, because it'd be 400 times by times 4 years. Mm-hmm. That's 1,600 for
so he'll be able
to
finish it by his third term or end of third term, something like that.
I mean, but that's assuming he's going to get reelected.
Right.
I mean, there could be a possibility he could get reelected because
I hope he does.
That you got Biden going against Donald Trump, and then there was rumors that Dwayne Johnson was going to run as president. I'm like, get out of here! There's no way. There's like no way.
If the frickin' Rock runs for president,
there's no way.
Honestly, okay,
it's going to be over. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on here? Like, are you kidding me? Like, you're gonna have this person, this movie actor.
Yes, we're in a Discord
running for president.
Call. Yes. Discord call.
There's no way. There's just no way.
Remember in 2015 when people said that a reality star TV host couldn't become the president of the United States? 2020 right now, guess what we're talking about? Donald Trump, the guy whose catchphrase is "You're fired." That guy became that guy has the nuke codes. The guy that literally made his career off of selling real estate and telling people that you're fired is now the most powerful man in the world.
One of the most.
And he's running against a man with dementia to see whether or not he can keep the nuke codes or not. What kind of alternate reality are we living?
He's gonna lose.
How did we get here? And now we have coronavirus and a flood.
Thanks to the China.
Okay, God's angry at someone. Who made God angry? All right, what happened?
Right. Yeah. It's the China people. They did it. But blame the China people. They did it.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ.
Blame the other people over there. Blame the other people over there.
I do need to address something on the comments section. This is from Incredible Batman. He's saying annex Belgium and build a wall around France and Germany. That's already been done. It's called the Maginot Line, except that was between the French and German border. That was already a thing. And
if they were going to
remember the last time Germany tried annexing Belgium, that did not go very well. That started a world war, and then it happened again. And then annexing Belgium is never a good idea because it makes the Brits mad, and that's never a good thing.
No,
Senator Huey Long for president if he wasn't dead. Honestly, Huey Long was like the only authoritarian I've ever heard of that wasn't an absolute terrible person.
Right.
Like, he genuinely had the people of Louisiana's best interest in mind, but he was somehow a dictator. And then he got assassinated, so that's just the way it goes.
We don't want Joe Biden to win.
Oh, the U.S. annexes Belgium. Okay, that's a genius idea. So we let them vote in our elections, too? I don't. We don't need to annex Belgium. We have no claims to that land. We never have. That's Europe. We don't have any claims.
Forget about them. We don't need them. They're a waste.
Belgium can have their own country to himself. Yeah, the rare occasion of a dictator. You're fired. Okay, Devin, well, you can come take my place. Oh, wait, you don't have Discord. Everyone in the comment section, spam Devin, get Discord.
Devin, what are you doing? You gotta get Discord, my dude.
I gave you the link. Discord. I gave you the link, brother. You should have used the link. It was right to the app, man.
Yeah, Devin, you shouldn't use the link. Wolverine gave you the link.
Devin, get Discord. Devin, get Discord.
Wolverine tried to get you the link, and yet you don't have Discord. Like, are you kidding me?
I mean, hey, the chat's telling you right now to get Discord. You should do it.
Listen to the chat, Devin. Just listen to the chat. You need Discord.
Nolan, you want to join in?
Discord.
Actually,
No.
DM me on Discord after the stream. We'll talk about it. I'll see what I can do about getting you on.
Yeah, we don't. There's a limit of how many people we want in the Discord.
Yeah, we have someone already. We got them for next week, but week number 5, I believe, is open as of right now.
Mm-hmm. It is.
So we can definitely see what we can do about getting you on.
Yeah,
I'm getting it next week.
yeah.
Okay,
Devin,
okay. Then good job, Devin. Round of applause for Devin getting Discord, everyone. Round of applause.
Round of applause.
Round of applause.
Devin,
Round of applause. There we go. Good job, Devin. Good job.
Well done, Devin.
Personally,
this guy on the podcast. There's no way I can. Yeah, good job.
Good job.
Another thing too that I heard that some idiot put a bounty on Donald Trump, and I'm like, what?
Bastards.
Yeah, and my friend from high school was telling me, no, it's no joke. Some idiot really just put a bounty on Donald Trump's head, and I'm like, whoever did that is one of the most stupidest people in America, because
first of all,
it's ridiculous. There's no way you can kill Donald Trump.
When they become a world leader, they automatically have people that want to kill them. They already have a bounty on their head just by taking office.
No, we don't want Joe Biden in there. We don't want Joe Biden in there because he's gonna flip the country upside down. So that would not be good.
My problem with Joe Biden is not him as a person. It's the fact that he will not be like himself.
No.
Biden is going. If he gets elected president, he will be a puppet of the Democratic Party. He will not.
And probably
have
to China.
The interest of the people
That's
in mind.
Too.
And probably a puppet to the China.
The party.
And probably a puppet to the China people too. He'll probably be like.
And he is very, very friendly with China as well, and that is something we cannot deal with, because right now, I believe the biggest issue we have to deal with is China and simply what they are able to do, especially in the Department of Economy,
right?
Because especially with manufacturing, for example, here in America, if you want to get a manufacturing job, we have unions, we have labor unions, we have minimum wages, and not to mention bonuses, benefits, all those things that the American worker has. It's great for the average worker. But in China, what they can do is take an 11-year-old out of school, stick him on the factory line, pay him $1 an hour, and tell him to work, or else, and if they don't, they can either kill him or just chop his hand off or something like that.
Right.
They have the gross human violations that China is guilty of. I could have an entire podcast of me listing off the atrocities of what China has done. Many of you know about the Tiananmen Square massacre, where Johnny, I'm sorry, I may have just got your channel deleted because of this, but the Tiananmen Square massacre was when China butchered, and I do mean butchered, hundreds of protesters. Suicide. Okay, well, what if your kid's under the iPhone factory suicide net?
Sorry.
That's actually true. They have those. I'll get to that in a minute. But basically, China basically ran people over with tanks and started killing people who were protesting China being an authoritarian country.
Yep.
They literally killed them for protesting.
Yep.
And
I hope they get.
Nah, they ain't we're gonna be fine. No worries. We'll be fine. It's no worries.
I'm not worried about a land invasion. I'm worried about a weak leader in the U.S. taking power and then just letting the Chinese government roll right over.
Right, exactly. That's not going to be good. So the chances of him winning are very, very slim. I just don't see
I think it's better than what I originally thought.
Yeah.
I'm definitely...
For sure.
I think it's a definite possibility that Biden could win. I still think that Trump's probably going to win.
Oh, yeah.
But I would say I give it 70-30 in favor of Trump right now.
If the U.S. falls, the world is lost. Yeah, pretty much, Nolan. Pretty much, Nolan. If the U.S. falls, the world is lost. Pretty much, man.
The only other countries I think that could wave the banner of Western freedom and democracy would be the UK and Germany. I don't think as of right now either one of those countries is ready to fill the shoes, even combined. Even if they were both to work closely together, I don't believe either the UK or Germany are able to fill the shoes, militarily wise or economically wise, of the US. They simply don't have the manpower, the resources, and simply, or the military to be able to be at that same level as the United States.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is a very scary thing because
basically if the my dad kind of said this, we'll buy our own island if the country falls back back down the hole again if Biden wins. He says we'll leave. He says screw this country, we'll leave. We'll go buy an island.
No, if Biden gets elected, it won't be the end of the world, but it will not help our position in the world. It won't be a good thing, but it will not be like America collapses. It won't be a situation like that.
Hard to say with
that.
Yeah.
I do think that if America were to collapse, hypothetically, I don't know, I would probably move. Honestly, I'd either move to Germany, Poland, or Russia, or maybe Australia. I think I'd probably pick Australia first because they're English-speaking country and they're more on their politics lines more with America's than say, say Western Europe.
Sure.
And not to mention they also speak English, so I wouldn't have to pick up a new language. But I already plan on picking up German in the next year or so. So at least I would have an idea of how to understand German. So
Incredible Batman says, I see Biden could win if this does not end. What the heck?
I have a backup location, but very happy to get my drift. Oh, I get your drift. And if shit goes downhill, I think I might just have to join you on that. I think we could mount some sort of U.S. resistance in Germany or something like that. I don't know. Well, if the world goes to hell, then I think we may have to do something like that. But hopefully, we don't have to worry about that for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
I agree. There's a possibility Biden could win, but at the same time, there's a better possibility that Donald Trump could win a second time because
of what he's been doing.
Well,
people like stability. People are more likely to vote for a president for a second term and take a chance on a new guy.
Incredible Batman. Good luck doing that.
Devin, whatever weed you're smoking right now, I need at least a hit of that. Because I want to see what you're seeing very badly.
Devin, you can't be smoking, my dude.
The only thing you should be smoking here is salmon, all right? Smoke that good salmon. You know how it goes?
Yeah. You probably smoking water bottle,
Good luck doing that.
Homeland in Eastern Europe, Poland. Actually, I didn't
eat. He's probably eating sandwiches on his bed.
Incredible Batman.
Honestly, I wouldn't doubt that.
Dude, the chances of Biden winning is very, very low. I just don't see it personally. I don't.
I think it's possible, but it would need a very large Democratic turnout. You would need a lot of people to vote, and you're not going to get the same enthusiasm you had for, say, Obama. Because the difference between Obama and Biden is, at the time, Obama was a young, likable person who many independents thought would bring the country together, especially to heal and basically ease racial tensions. That was the idea behind Obama with many people. Right. That, hey, we elect this guy, he's going to ease racial tensions in the country, and we can finally not have to worry about that so much. That didn't happen. And when you if they were to elect an old white guy who is the symbol of the status quo, the symbol of your basic boomer Democrat, that's not going to get people to vote.
Right.
If they were to run a young, energetic, quick guy Democrat that leans very moderate, a very moderate Democrat, then chances are they would win.
You're right about that, Birdo.
I guarantee you, the Democrats would win every election if they ran a very, very moderate to moderate Democratic candidate who's young and energetic and genuinely wants to help the country. But they're never going to do that because the Democratic Party is so corrupt and just so they have their heads in the sand. That's why they ran Hillary Clinton in 2016 and had the media back her up like crazy because she was the most unlikable person in the country. Everybody, so many people just thought of her as nothing but this evil demon.
Right.
And honestly, like, even left-wing people didn't like her. Right. Like, even people on the far left didn't like her.
Yeah.
Like, she only believed that gay people should be able to get married until 2011.
Right.
Like, and she claims to be, I've always supported gay marriage. Well, shit, there's something that doesn't add up.
I mean, people keep judging others about that, but at the same time, I'm like, screw that, man. That doesn't even matter.
Yeah, we got bigger issues.
We
have America's slipping as
coronavirus
in the world, and you're worried about two dudes getting married. Clearly, your priorities are backward.
I know, right?
Stop talking about Dumbo.
I just want to have a country left sometime in the future.
Don't judge others.
Team Libertarian, let's go.
Yeah.
What's up, Brick Boy?
And on top of that,
what's up, Birdo?
Sanders running for president.
Okay. Han's making a good point here. Claims to be for gay marriage, but consistently makes gay jokes about Trump and Putin. Like, honestly, that's the thing I don't. From the left, the traditional left claims to be the tolerant side, the party of minorities, women, and all other marginalized people in this country. Yet, when you sometimes, and this doesn't go for all left-wing people, I know many left-wing people that are nothing but the nicest people in the world. We must protect Ram Ranch. I completely agree with it. We have to have those 15 naked cowboys at Ram Ranch protected at all times. I assure you that the top priority on the channel, that must be protected.
Yeah. Yeah, YouTube needs to be protected from Logan.
Yeah, that's
from
true.
YouTube.
Oh yeah, goodness. That is another issue that I wanted to talk about. I don't think we're gonna have time today.
I can mention this. I was like doing my my thoughts and opinions on Enid's death video on my channel, and he commented not only on that video, but he commented you want to be friends on another video, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to take a break from YouTube because I can't risk this hacker like commenting on more of my videos. That's why.
Yeah, honestly, I don't blame you on that. Like, I generally don't blame you, but I think this thing, again, with many things, isn't as bad as
some people
we first thought.
Yeah,
I think the more we learn about this, the more we're seeing that it is a threat, but it is not this inevitable doom that we first thought it to be.
Yeah, it's not as terrible. I'm not as concerned about it. He also changed his name, so it's not even the same person, or it's not even the same name anymore. So
he also has
multiple. Just read my mind here. U.S. government in the 1940s accept minus the Jim Crow and the gay marriage and like pro-gay marriage. Honestly, I think that'd be great. Like, people, like, I understand the whole white picket fence thing. It was simpler times, but I mean, if you minus the intolerance, it was actually pretty good. Like, yeah, there were issues. There were definitely issues, but at least a fair portion of people were genuinely happy. We didn't have these huge levels of depression. We didn't have these huge levels of degeneracy. We didn't have people killing themselves in massive amounts like we have nowadays. People, they weren't rich, but they lived within their means and they were close. People enjoyed life. That's something we don't see nearly as much as we did back then.
Yeah. For sure.
No, I mean, it's true, but I mean, at the same time, it is what it is.
I mean, we live in a totally different time. Like, back then, back in the 50s, we were kings of the world, basically. We'd just beaten the greatest evil the world has ever seen. We beat both,
like, for example,
the Nazis as well as the Japanese Empire, which the atrocities they committed in China were just, like, even... I remember the Rapine King Nanking. It was a city in China where there was literally a competition between Japanese soldiers of who could behead the most Chinese civilians. I'm not joking. This was real. They literally had a competition of who could behead the most Chinese civilians.
Oof.
And they were like, and newspapers in Japan were treating this like this was a baseball game.
Right.
Like who had the high score.
It's messed up.
I'm not joking. Yeah. This is real. And fortunately, both of them were tried for war crimes and found guilty. But this is a real thing. And there was I think there was a.
Kidding me?
I'm not joking. This is an actual thing that happened.
No, I believe you, and it's serious. Like, it's crazy as well. You have these people pulling a Walking Dead where you're cutting off people's heads and showing it to America, and I'm like, geez.
Yeah, but this isn't like a movie or a TV show. This happened. There are and you know the guy that documented this? If memory serves me right, the guy was a Nazi sympathizer, and he thought it was crazy.
What the frick?
So, yeah, like this guy, I believe, comment section, back me, check up on this one. Because I believe the guy was either. Was someone talking in the background? All right. Well, the guy was I believe he was either. Okay, everyone okay on that? There? Everyone okay? I just want to make sure everyone's good on connection systems or what's going on.
Yeah, everything's good. Seems like it.
Yeah, and then we'll get to the Vietnam thing in a minute, but I believe the guy was either a Nazi or a Nazi sympathizer. And for a literal Nazi to find that disgusting and atrocious is saying a lot, to say the least. A lot of people in the West were... even Charles Lindbergh, the guy that first flew across the Atlantic, Nazi sympathizer, which I guess back in that time, in post-World War I America, I don't really know... People didn't quite know what the entire Nazi Party was. People, by today's standard, the average person in the early 1900s would be crazy far right today. Would be further right than me or Johnny could ever even hope to be.
Right.
We'd be if all three of us were to teleport back to that time, we'd be considered far left wing, basically. Unpopular opinion: the U.S. did not lose the Vietnam War. Technically, if we're speaking from technicalities, we didn't lose, in quotation marks, but we pulled out. Many consider it a loss, and so do I, but on paper, it wasn't a loss, not in the same way a traditional war, because it wasn't really a traditional war. Right. It was a mess, basically. Walt Disney hated Jews. Yeah, he was a rabid anti-Semite. That Walt Disney, if he didn't make Disney, he'd be known as just a really hateful cartoon guy. But yeah, he did hate Jews and black people a lot. He called the dwarfs. He called the dwarfs the N-word.
Wow.
What? I didn't know that, actually. Of course, he was opposed to it. Back in the day, Nanking were simply viewed as another example of, I'm not going to say that word. It wasn't until the Holocaust was discovered that it was treated worse. Yeah, but basically, if you guys on your own want to go and look into what Japan did to China during World War II, I'd warn you, it is extremely disturbing. I mean, I haven't looked into it completely, but it's disturbing. It's very disturbing. Still view Japanese as in... Yeah, they were considered that, but, I mean, Japan definitely liked Germany at that time, but Germany didn't really give a shit about Japan. They just happened to be... They weren't really as close allies as you get depicted in the movies. They were more like, yeah, we'll work together, but they never really did any military collaboration.
Until 731.
Like, they just happened to be, they were just friends that are on the other side of the world, didn't really care about each other's problems. Like, they dealt with that side, Dante did with that side. Units 731, look it up. I'll have to look that up at the end of the stream. Germany supported China for a long time, up until the end of the 30s. Yeah, Germany actually supported China in the war against Japan for a fair bit. So yeah, this is actually a great discussion. I should actually do like a history podcast where we just talk about this stuff. Maybe that'd be a good idea for a podcast sometime, maybe in the future.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. But yeah, anything else anyone wants to talk about?
Fado, there was a character Sunflower. Bontunkian had big lips for the rights. Whites were horses. What?
There were characters Sunflower and I guess that was saying that there was like characters that were obvious stereotypes of African Americans. Yeah, that was something that Disney. I know that Disney has a movie called The Song of the South, and they have denounced it since, but it is basically like a pro-slavery movie. It's I haven't watched it, but I would like to watch it simply to see the mindset of that time. Simply for that, just to see what the makers of that movie and what people thought about that time in history. It by today's standards, it would be insane.
For sure, Fire
be
Lord.
Sure to have the podcast with them. Absolutely, Jake. I would love to have you on the podcast.
For sure.
We're gonna try to get as many people as we can to be on the podcast eventually. But as of right now, there is a waiting list. We got one person guaranteed. We're gonna try to get some other people on there. But I'll DM you on. We can talk after the podcast is over about this whole situation. Yeah. My unit 731 comment didn't get through. No, I definitely saw it. I just don't know enough about it or really anything about it to really discuss it. So I think that'll be great conversation for another podcast because simply put, I don't know enough about it to be informed about it. So
yeah,
I'll go over that at another time because I don't want to talk about something that I have no idea about. I mean, it's simply something that I don't really do. But yeah, a lot of the madmen working at Unit 731 were recruited to work on weapons for the U.S. military despite the horrible crimes against humanity. Oh, was that part of Operation Paperclip? Because I know Devin knows about this. I don't know if you guys know about it. But for those of you who may not know, Operation Paperclip was the U.S. After World War II, the U.S. recruited a bunch of Nazi scientists to work on the space program. Basically, a lot of the people that helped make NASA what it is were hardcore Nazis. Not like people that happen to be in Germany and just so happen to work for Germany during that war. No, These guys were hardcore ideological Nazis. I think there was cases of this is proven at some of these factories where the Nazis are building their rockets. They would have Jews work in them, and what they would do is at the start of the day they'd take, or usually the end of the day, I don't really know when. But they would take the 5 slowest Jewish workers and hang them outside of the factory.
Damn.
Yeah, they would do that. That's just how unbelievably barbaric and evil these people were. But yeah, the founder of NASA was in fact a Nazi. I do believe that. Created the V2. Yeah, and that was I believe we based the V2. That was part of what we did for our rockets, because they were the ones that built the V2, built the Jupiter rockets, or I believe it was the Saturn rockets. Yeah, Saturn rockets that were used to get us to the moon.
Sure. And
I believe there is a prize. I don't know what the name of the prize is, but there is a U.S. space prize, for engineering, I think, or something along those lines. but it is named after a hardcore Nazi that worked in NASA.
Gotcha. Oh, can you guys all hear us good in the chat, by the way? Just clarify.
Yeah, how is audio doing, guys? I want to make sure it's all good.
Making sure you guys can hear us just fine. How are you doing over there, Walker Dead?
We would have won the war. Unfortunately, we had to.
How are you doing over there, Walker Dead? You've been quiet for a little bit.
Yeah, I want to get your opinion on this. I know I've been talking a lot about this stuff, but I want to get your opinion on this.
Is he over there? The heck?
Hey, he's still in the Discord, right? Walker Dead, do you having audio issues, buddy?
This sounds like static.
Yeah, I can't hear anything from...
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a little bit of static.
Hello, Walker Dead. You alive there over there? You good?
Maybe he left to do something?
I don't know, actually. But we come up on about an hour. And honestly, we've discussed a lot. We didn't get to everything we wanted to get to tonight, unfortunately. But that's okay. We'll have another podcast over on my channel next Thursday night.
Got him.
I mean, I don't want to keep going with the podcast if he's not here. I mean, he's one of the main people for this time.
Right.
Like I read that the American POWs were sent to Japan and used by doctors in universities for live. Oh yeah, American prisoners of war captured by the Japanese were taken back to Japanese universities. And they were experimented on.
The zombie. Yeah. That's funny. The zombies got him.
No, not zombies. Like the
No.
People.
I'm meaning that. No, that's what Devin said. The zombies got him. The zombies got Walker Dead, is what I'm saying, or is what he said as a joke.
Yeah. All right. Well, is there anything else you want to go over tonight, Johnny?
No. I mean, that was a pretty dang good discussion. I'll say for sure.
Chopped off dicks and hands. That's a great way to end off the podcast.
I mean, other than that, I mean, you know, saying that Midland or not Midland, but Michigan is a decent place to live. You know, so that's why, you know, we're pretty good here.
Usually, Midland's a very, very nice place to live. Can relate. I live here, so it's a very nice area. There's almost like no crime, but
Michigan in general, I'm saying, as a state.
Yeah, this just happens to be one of those few times in anywhere where Midland actually makes the news about anything. Club Penguin. I don't know what the fuck that. Okay. What does that mean? what cryptic messages are you sending, Devin? Or are you just... Devin, you concern me, confuse me, and intrigue me at the same time, Devin. So I like you, buddy. But either way, thank you for watching. Subscribe to this channel here. Over His Gamer at 570 subscribers. Let's give him a 600 by, what was it, the end of August is what you wanted?
Well, I'm actually shooting for 700 by July 4th, but
July 4th,
maybe we can hit 600.
Difficult, but not undoable. Daniel Webb, welcome to the podcast here. Unfortunately, we are just about to end. We're a little over an hour. We're aiming for an hour tonight. But hey, rewatch a podcast. It's going to be up.
Subscribe to Walker Dead. Subscribe to Walker Dead. Links will be in the description. Don't know what's going on right now.
Sorry about that, buddy.
Sub
to my channel, Iron Wolverine.
Yep,
I do have some videos recorded, and I think I should probably let you guys in on a little what I'm doing. I got a recommendation to do a special video. I think, should I tell the people what exactly I have in mind?
Go ahead.
I think I should let you guys in on this.
Sure.
All right. I have been asked to do a Hunger Games video. Basically, what I'm doing is I've taken... this wasn't made by me. This was made, I believe, Renat made this. Taking countries from Europe as well as historical nations and putting them into a Hunger Games scenario. And who ends up winning is something you would not expect. It's none of my picks. I picked 5 to start it out. and some of them made pretty far, but the 5 I picked did not win, unfortunately. But you're never gonna guess who ends up winning it, honestly, unless you've already done it. I don't know if it's randomized, but it's very interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna have to edit that video up. It's gonna take at least an hour and a half for me to edit, and I simply don't have that time right now. I'm probably gonna edit this weekend because I've got this weekend off. I have to work tomorrow, but then I have the rest of the weekend off. I'll do that, and then I will probably upload that Monday. So that's what I'm going to aim for. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Sorry, Daniel Webb, but we've been going for a while though. We can't.
Yeah, it's been fun.
We've been going for a while, so you can rewind it to watch the beginning if you want to.
Oh yeah, it's a fun podcast. So I definitely recommend it.
So, but we can't keep going. We gotta rock and roll and such.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock. I need to go to bed pretty soon.
Yeah, so sorry, man, but that's what I sent the links out. And you gotta. There's nothing we can do about it, man. You just try to be activist when you can. I don't want to. And,
yeah.
Well, I mean, it's what we got to do, though, man. We can't keep pushing on. It's 10. Well, it's a different time zone for you, but it's not we're in a totally different time zone than you're in.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It may be 10 for you, but it's 11 for us. So.
Yeah, you must be in the central time zone.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Check out all of our channels.
Links.
Everything is up here. And yeah,
social
check out
media.
my Discord, his Discord, Twitters, Instagrams, Facebooks, whatever the hell we got. I don't really know. But that's what we have for today. Thank you all for watching. It's been a pleasure having all of you guys watch. It's been a pleasure doing all this. We'll be back next Thursday night over on my channel. This time we're going to have... Should we tell who we got coming on next week?
Hold on. Sorry about that. Walker Dead's is trying to come back in, or he was trying to
invite
me to something.
Let's let him in.
Well, no, he was trying to invite me to his, and I'm like, no, I can't do that.
It's only come back in this. Well, actually, you know what? We're ending this thing anyway, so...
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's no point now.
Yeah.
Bird, shut up. No, what? Don't tell him to shut up. That's
not a good idea. I would not want to start messing with Hans.
Oh my God, Walker Dead. He keeps trying to call me.
Thanks for watching.
Okay.
Johnny, you have an issue over there? All right.
Well, no, he just keeps calling me. So
we are on my channel next week. We're gonna have Tasteless Mage on. He's been a little quiet in the YouTube community lately, but we're gonna finally have him on.
I'm dead.
Next week on the podcast. We cannot wait to have him on. It's gonna be on my channel. Go check it out. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and we will see you guys in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Peace.